Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Group 7 and we are going to discuss about the new economic policy in Malaysia.
So, I'm Muhammad Daniel Syami bin Musa.
I'm Muhammad Faizuddin bin Azman.
I'm Muhammad Zahir Farhan bin Zahari.
I'm Nikna Suziana binti Arif. I'm Nur Aini binti Muhammad Fauzi.
Introduction about new economic policy in Malaysia. Firstly, new economic policy was introduced in 1971 as part of the second Malaysia Plan 1971 until 1975. Secondly, it was introduced by the second Prime Minister Tun Haji Abdul Razak. And lastly, it was a response to the crucial tragedy and economic tension as a result of the bloody events of May 13, 1969.
Program and policy for new economic policy. The first one is program. The NEP new economic policy aims to promote share wealth and equality, focusing on rural development to alleviate poverty, especially among Bumiputera communities. Programs like FEDA provide land, housing and agriculture opportunities, reducing poverty and improving social stability. Investment in infrastructure such as clean water, roads, electricity and healthcare for better enhance rural quality of life and economic integration. The second is policy. The new economic policy NEP, introduced in 1971, aimed to reduce poverty and economic disparities. It focused on improving rural infrastructure, healthcare and education while increasing Bumiputera participation in business and education, fostering economic inclusion and national unity.
Activities. First, FELDA. Under Tun Abdul Razak leadership, the NEP aimed to eradicate poverty across all ethnic groups, focusing on rural areas where many Malays Bumiputera live. Key initiatives include land development program by FELDA, providing land for cash crop to insecure steady incomes, and infrastructure projects like building roads, school and healthcare facility which improving living condition and economic opportunity. Next is MARA and UKM. The NEP aim to reduce economic disparities by boosting Bumiputera participation in key industry. Tun Abdul Razak established state-owned firm like MARA to provide training, financing and support for Bumiputera entrepreneurs. Education reform including scholarship, quota and the creation of University Kebangsaan Malaysia UKM and SEN access to higher education. This effort aim to achieve a 30% Bumiputera equity stake in the economy by 1919, fostering long-term economic empowerment. Lastly is free trade zone. Tun Abdul Razak also emphasized industrialization as a strategy for diversifying the economy and reducing reliance on agriculture. He advocated the establishment of free trade zone to attract foreign direct investment and develop export-oriented enterprise. Collaboration between government and the private sector increase job possibilities, ensuring economic prosperity for all Malaysians. Initiative. First, national unity. Under the NEP, Tun Abdul Razak prioritized national unity, recognizing that economic development alone could not unite Malaysia's diverse population. Following the May 13, 1969 ration tension, he introduced the Rukun Negara in 1970. This set of national principles emphasizing faith, loyalty, the constitution, the rule of law and mutual respect, aim to foster unity and share value among all Malaysians. Education also play a key role, with national school encouraging integration by bringing students from different ethnic groups together to build mutual respect and understanding. Next is the second Malaysia Plan 1971 to 1975. To ensure the NEP success, Tun Abdul Razak integrate its goal into National Development Plan. The second Malaysia Plan 1971 to 1975 outlines strategy for poverty eradication. It emphasizes balanced development through funding for rural development, industrial expansion and education. The plan also focused on agricultural modernization and industrialization, addressing immediate needs while paving the way for economic diversification.
The contributions of NEP. The first one is reduction in poverty. The NEP plays a crucial role in reducing poverty among all ethnic groups, particularly the Bumiputra, through rural development and social welfare programs. It creates job opportunities in sectors like modern agriculture and SMEs, boosting economic growth and lifting many Malaysians out of poverty. Social cohesion and national unity. The NEP fosters social cohesion and national unity by addressing socio-economic imbalance that contribute to ethnic tensions. Through inclusive economic policies, it enhances mutual trust and strengthens social interactions, promoting harmony among diverse communities.
Strange about the new economic policy in Malaysia. Firstly, reduction of ethnic economic inequality. Secondly, played a crucial role in poverty reduction, particularly in countryside Bumiputra communities. And lastly, increased access to higher education for Bumiputra equipped a broader segment of the population with the skill necessary for national development. Weaknesses about the new economic policy in Malaysia. Firstly, preferential treatment for Bumiputra created resentment among non-Bumiputra communities, encourage perception of unfairness and polarizing society. Secondly, over-reliance on government assistance among Bumiputra business was another drawback. And lastly, biased behavior in its implementation led to misallocation of resources, reducing effectiveness of public investment.
Next, we move to opportunities on NEP. The first one is education and training. The NEP promotes education and technical training for Bumiputra, focusing on skills development in STEM fields and professional areas like medicine, law, and management. Various institutions such as community college and vocational training centers support these efforts to enhance Bumiputra talent and participation in the economy. One is rural area development. To bridge the economic gap between urban and rural areas, particularly through support for agriculture and rural industries, by providing financial assistance, modern equipment, and promoting rural industries, the NEP creates job opportunities and improves infrastructure, raising the living standards of rural communities.
Threats in new economic policy. For the first one is balancing economic restructuring. The NEP aims to eradicate poverty and reduce race-based economy rules, but face resistance from non-Malay groups due to its affirmative action policy favoring Bumiputras. Quotas in education and business ownership lead to social tension, challenging the policy's goal of national unity. The second one is addressing rural poverty. Tun Razak aims to uplift rural communities through land development programs like Felda, providing land and farming opportunities to poor Malays. However, the lack of financial resources, appetite and inadequate infrastructure such as roads and markets limited to the effectiveness of initiative and hindered economic growth in rural areas. Okay, for the last one is ensuring equitable distribution of wealth. The NEP aims to increase Bumiputra corporate wealth ownership from 200% to 300% by 1990 through policies like moderated Bumiputra equity. However, this policy deterred foreign investors, particularly multinational corporations, due to concern over reduced autonomy and higher costs, leading to a decline in foreign direct investment. Tun Razak government had to balance economic nationalism with maintaining investor confidence. The achievement of new economic policy. The first one is lowering poverty. Rural population, especially Bumiputra groups, saw significant improvement as poverty rates dropped from 49.3% in 1970 to 16.5% in 1990. Program focused on rural development, healthcare and education, improve living standard, industrialization also create numerous job opportunities, helping lift many families out of poverty and strengthening the national economy. Okay, for the second one is industrialize and urbanize. Malaysia economic performance improved through strategic investment in infrastructure and export-oriented sectors. Urbanization, driven by migration from diverse socio-economic and ethnic backgrounds, Foster integration, create a common urban culture and reduce the gap between rural and urban areas. Okay, for the last one is scholarship. The NEP increase educational access, especially for Bumiputra groups. This promote upward mobility and empower population who have previously been underrepresented in the country's economy by enabling a new generation of Malaysians to obtain professional skill and accreditation.
Next, we will say about impacts of NEP. First, economic growth. The NEP has driven economic growth, creating more job and business opportunities, particularly for Malay and Bumiputra communities. This could reduce unemployment, alleviate social tensions, and also strengthens political stability in Malaysia. Second, growth on training and education sector. The NEP prioritizes education and training to enhance the skills and employability of the Bumiputra community, particularly rural residents. Through better access to education and job opportunities, it improves living standards, reduces unemployment, and strengthens the economy.
Now, let's move to the benefits. The first benefit is poverty eradication through rural development. Programs like FELDA provided land, training, and support for sustainable farming, lifting many rural Malays out of poverty. This initiative also contributed to Malay export economy through crops like palm oil and rubber, significantly reducing the national poverty rate. The second one is enhanced education and employment opportunities. The NEP expanded Bumiputra access to higher education and professional roles through scholarships, quotas, and institutions like MARA and UKM. These efforts fostered social mobility and created a more equitable workforce. The last one is promotion of Bumiputra entrepreneurship. Initiatives such as equity quotas, government-backed loans, and agencies like PNB and ASN supported Bumiputra entrepreneurs. These measures boosted their business ownership and corporate participation, fostering economic growth and financial stability. Now, I would like to talk about the recommendation. The first one is adopt a needs-based approach, expand poverty eradication initiative to include all low-income groups, regardless of ethnicity, to promote inclusivity and national unity. For example, programs similar to FELDA can be tailored for urban poor communities across all races. The second one is modernize education and skills training. Align education and training programs such as MARA with industry demands by emphasizing technology, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Integrating digital and technical skills ensure the workforce remains competitive in high-demand industry. The last one is enhance transparency and accountability. Establish independent oversight bodies to monitor fund distribution and ensure fair allocation of resources. Publicly disclosing government-backed loans and scholarships builds trust and ensures benefits reach the intended group effectively.
As conclusion, the NEP implemented under Tun Abdul Razak successfully reduced poverty among the Bumiputra and promote national unity through initiatives like FELDA and the Rukun Negara. Despite its success, the policy faced criticism for ethnic polarization and inefficiencies, and future policies must focus on need-based education, skill training, and transparency.
Okay, that's all from us.
Bye.